Good day everyone. So our topic is all about vocabulary skills. So I'm the first presenter, and first I will read the definition. Vocabulary words are the words that make up a language and are known and used by a person. They're basically the building blocks of communication. Ayan. So we all know naman vocabulary words. Ito yung mga words na ginagamit to create communication. Ayan. So I will read or I will discuss the importance of strong vocabulary in communication. First, clarity and precision. The right words help you express your thoughts clearly and accurately. A rich vocabulary reduces misunderstanding. Ayan, so if you have clarity and precision, mas makakatulong ito na magkaroon ng or maging strong yung vocabulary words na gagamitin mo. Kasi mas ma-explain or mapapaliwanag or mas mauunawaan natin ng mas malinaw yung mga thoughts and ideas na mapapakinggan natin or na mapapakinggan natin if we have clarity and precision. Ayan, so next, confidence. When you know more words, you feel confident speaking or writing, which helps in both casual and professional situation. Ayan, so pag nagsasalita tayo, it is very important na we have confidence sa mga words na sasabihin natin, sa every word na lalabas sa bunganga natin. Kasi mas magiging maganda yung outcome nung speaking natin or nung mga words na sasabihin natin if we have confidence. Ayan. So third, persuasion and impact. Strong vocabulary allows you to be more persuasive, impactful, and engaging in your communication. Ayan. So to have a strong vocabulary communication, we must have persuasion and impact. Ayan. So strong vocabulary allows to be more persuasive and impactful. Ayan, so pag mapapersuade natin yung mga listeners or mga audience, mas nagkakaroon sila ng attention to listen sa mga words na sabihin natin. Ayan. So fourth, create understanding others. It improves your ability to understand complex ideas or nuanced messages, whether in conversation, reading, or media. Ayan, so having strong vocabulary communication ay makakatulong na maunawaan natin din yung iba. For example, pag nakikipag-exchange tayo ng ideas, ganon, mas mauunawaan natin yung mga if we have enough knowledge sa mga vocabulary words, ay mas mauunawaan natin kung ano yung mga ideas nila or thoughts na gusto sabihin. Ayun, so fifth, professional and academic success. In many fields, effective communication is key to advancement, and vocabulary plays a major role in that. Ayan, so mahalaga rin na we must be professional when speaking, especially in public speaking. Kasi if we know the words na gagamitin natin or familiar tayo doon, mas magiging professional yung dating natin eh. Parang normal lang na sinasabi na lumalabas sa bibig natin. Ayan. So, ito rin ay magdadala ng academic success. Kasi, if we have more kapag mas marami tayong alam na words, ganun, especially yung mga malalalim, mas malaki yung tulong niya sa malaki yung tulong niya. Siguro, after mag-aral ganon in job interview, makakatulong siya. Ayan, so last, creativity and expression. It gives you more tools to express feelings, ideas, and stories in a unique and compelling way. Ayan, so in speaking, you must be creative. For example, di ba, hindi naman nakakainggan yung pakinggan yung mga boring magkwento. So kaya may mga tao na mas pinipili nilang magpasaya, ganun. Kasi by that, yun yung mas nagiging creative sila mas nagiging creative sila sa paraan na yun. Ayan, so 'di ba? For example, sa mga storyteller, ganon, yung mga narrator, may mga narrator na na parang plain lang yung mga emotions nila, even though may mga sentence or may mga phrase na kailangan may emotion na masaya, ganon, or plain lang yung ginagawa nila. So yung mga ganon ay hindi siya nakakainggan yung pakinggan. Ayan, so if you want to catch your attention or to listen to you, your audience, ganon, you must be creative. Ayan, so yun lang. Thank you.
Marquez and Guerrero, the next reporters. So reading is a poor means of acquiring initial language skills to learn a significant amount of language through reading. Children must already have basic visual word recognition skills, a good vocabulary and awareness of syntactic skills, understanding of the semantic properties of the word of sentence, and extensive experience of the word around them. Only if such as skills present can children such texts pour in the meaning, being foundation of spoken language for the hearing compared. So, di ba? So, ang mga bata daw kasi is nag-umpisa siya sa unti-unti ng letters like A, B, C, D, na kung saan is ipinapayag dito yung isa-isang letters para makabuo ng words. And syempre, di ba, hindi naman agad-agad mauunawaan or mababasa ng hindi na uunawa. Yun lang.
Good day everyone, my name is Joy Sabanis Pagajong and today I'll be tackling the topic types of vocabulary. We often think of vocabulary as just words, but it's more than that. It's how we understand and use words differently depending on the situation. Vocabulary is the collection of words we understand and use. It is essential for communication, learning, and expressing ideas clearly. Whether we are reading, writing, listening, or speaking, vocabulary is always involved. There are 4 main types of vocabulary that help us, and we will look at the 4 main types. The first one is receptive vocabulary, second is productive vocabulary, and third is general versus academic vocabulary. And the last one is formal versus informal vocabulary. Receptive vocabulary refers to the words we understand when we hear or read them, even if we don't usually use them when we speak or write. For example, someone might say, the artist had meticulous attention to detail. You may not say meticulous every day, but you understand that it's mean very careful and precise. Or if someone says, the event felt almost surreal, like a dream, you know that surreal means dreamlike. Another example is, it's inevitable that change will come, and you understand that inevitable means something is certain to happen. These are words we recognize and understand, even if we don't often use them. So why is this important? Receptive vocabulary helps us understand text, videos, and conversations. It builds our reading and listening skills and adds up to our mental word bank. An important note that receptive vocabulary is different for each person. You might understand the word benevolent, but someone else might not. It depends on what you've been exposed to, through reading or experience. The second one is productive vocabulary. Productive vocabulary includes the words we confidently use when speaking or writing. For example, you might say, I need to study for my exam, or ask, can you explain this, reviewer? When working with a classmate, you might suggest, let's plan our project together. Or say, she always shares her food. These are words we're comfortable using. So why is it important? It helps us express our thoughts and feelings clearly and shows what we truly understand. General versus academic vocabulary. General vocabulary refers to the words we use in everyday conversation. For example, I need to get a new notebook, or she did a good job. Academic vocabulary is more formal, used in school or professional setting. For example, instead of get, we say obtain. Instead of show, we use demonstrate. We might say, we need to analyze the results, or can you demonstrate your solution? So why is this important? Academic vocabulary makes our writing and speaking clearer, especially in reports and class presentations. General vocabulary helps us in casual conversation. Formal versus informal vocabulary. Formal vocabulary is used for serious or professional situations. For example, I would like to inquire about your services, or we regret to inform you. Informal vocabulary is used in friendly or casual conversations. You might say, can I ask you something? Or, I'm sorry I missed your call. So, why is this important? Formal vocabulary is useful in public speaking, essays, or job interviews. Informal vocabulary helps us sound relaxed with friends in daily talk. Each type of vocabulary plays a unique role in how we communicate. Receptive vocabulary is what we understand when we read or listen, even if we don't use it ourselves. Productive vocabulary consists of the words we are comfortable using in speaking and writing. General vocabulary is for everyday conversation, while academic vocabulary is used for formal or academic settings to convey more precise ideas. Formal vocabulary is used in professional and official situations, and informal vocabulary is used in casual setting with friends or family. Understanding and knowing when to use these different types of vocabulary help us communicate more effectively and appropriately in various contexts.
Good day everyone, my name is Janandi Wayanero, and today I will discuss the key aspect of vocabulary development. First one is word meaning and usage. Understanding the literal implied meanings of a word and knowing how to use it correctly in different contexts. Meaning, nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang meaning o kahulugan ng isang salita depende sa paggamit nito. Like for example, the word bark. Tumutukoy siya sa salita ng aso, at pwede rin siyang tumukoy sa balat ng puno. Next one is lexical relations. The relationship between words, such as synonyms, same meaning, and antonyms, opposite meaning. And word categories. Example, general and specific terms. This help expand vocabulary. Synonyms is, ito yung pareho magkatulad ng kahulugan. Like for example, the word happy and joyful. And antonyms naman is opposite. Ito yung magkasalungat na kahulugan. For example, the word hot and cold.
So, good day, ma'am. And this is the continuation of our report. The third one is word formation processes. Ways of creating new words such as adding prefixes, suffixes, words, shortening them, or forming acronym. Example is sa prefix anti. tas against. Yung pong anti is lalagay nyo po sa unahan. Doon po yung prefix, and then po yung against, pagdudugtungin nyo lang po yun, kaya po naging antisocial. And next po is acronym. Example po is yung NASA. Ang ano po doon is yung NASA, pero po ang basa doon NASA. Ang meaning po nun is National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The fourth one is idioms. Fixed expression with the meaning that are different from the literal meanings of the individual words. Doon po is iba po yung meaning nung word. Like example is break a leg. Ang meaning po nun is good luck. And then po, second example is piece of cake. Ang meaning po nun is easy way to do it. Yun lang. The fifth one is the phrasal verbs. Combination of verbs with preposition on a verbs that create a new meaning different from original verb. Example is turn off. Mag-iiba po yung ano niya, yung verb niya. Example po is to deactivate. Ang magiging meaning na po nun is turn off the TV before you sleep.
Good day everyone. Today I will discuss barriers to vocabulary growth. First, limited exposure to language. This is a fundamental barrier. A rich vocabulary is built through consistent exposure to diverse language use. Limited exposure, whether through restricted reading materials, infrequent conversation, or limited access to different communication styles, directly restrict vocabulary acquisition. This can stem from various factors, including socioeconomic status, limited educational opportunities, or geographical isolation. For example, in limited exposure to language is engaging in conversations, participate in discussion, debates, and casual conversation. Second is dependence on repetitive words, relying on limited set of familiar words, restricted vocabulary expansions. This often stems from a lack of confidence in using new words or perceived their difficulty in incorporating them into speech or writing. For example, independence on repetitive words is use new words in using, writing, and conversation, and practice integrating new vocabulary into daily communication. Third is lack of reading and active listening. Reading and listening are primarily pathways for vocabulary acquisition. Passive consumption of language skimming, text, or listening without paying close attention yields minimal vocabulary growth. Activity engagement is key. Example for this is practice active listening, pay attention to details, identify key concepts, and ask clarifying questions. Plus, struggle with word retention. Remembering new words can be challenging. Poor learning strategies, inadequate repetition, and lack of contextual reinforcement hinder retention. For example, practice struggle with word retention is create flashcards with words, definition, and example sentence. And that's all.